If your partner won't talk to you in general, or currently has a problem that they're not talking about, and no matter how hard you try, you can't get them to open up, it's time to get curious. Okay, because obviously some people, because everybody communicates in a different way. Okay, so you think it's a problem with them, and what I want to offer to you is, it is very likely is because you're trying to get them to communicate your way. Okay, so we all have different ways of communicating, and if they won't open up, it may well be because you're trying to get them to open up your way instead of theirs. So I'm going to give you an example of this. Okay, I used to have this problem with my partner. I used to try and get them to talk to me, and I would want to sit down and talk for at least an hour about the issue. No chance. Even if I did get my partner to sit down, it was like talking to a lamppost. So I got curious about it. How does my partner communicate? And I discovered that my partner is much more open via text message. Now, this used to absolutely infuriate me. You can't have a serious, important conversation via text message. This is ridiculous. So when I let go of that and just committed to getting my partner talking by whatever means necessary, I had entire conversations, and still do to this day. I will text him something important, something sensitive, because I get way more information that way. So I've just let go of my rules about how we should communicate. I've just discovered the communication method that works best for him, and it's text message. I don't care. I'm just going to get my partner talking by whatever means necessary, and it means we talk about everything much more easily now. The other issue here is trust. So if my partner did talk to me about something, he would say one thing and I would pounce on it and want to talk about it in triplicate. That ensured he was never going to make that mistake again. So to begin with, you won't always have to do this, but to begin with, remember, less is more. I learned to just 1, 2, 3 exchanges, 3 sentences, leave it. And that way I made it safe for my partner to be able to open up without him getting a grilling. So the other thing I did is, what does my partner love? What does my partner love talking about? And I became an expert in it. Even the stuff that I think that is the dullest dish as dishwater, I have no interest in it. I love my partner. And if he loves this area, this topic, then I will commit to loving it too. So I got my partner talking by just talking about the neutral stuff. You know, what was he interested in? And I just became an expert in it. So I practiced getting him talking about the safer areas, in more neutral areas. So you won't always have to do it like this. To begin with, to get the lines of communication open, because if you've had a dynamic for a long time where you're always trying to get them to talk and they're always clamming up, then you will have this dynamic. So you have to practice in areas outside of the subject you need to talk about, talking easily. Okay, or maybe if your partner is struggling right now and they are not opening up with you, it's speaking about areas outside of this issue, and just get chatting in areas outside of this issue. And then the second thing is getting curious about how do they communicate? Is it over the phone? Is it by text message? Is it by email? Is it face to face? What is the way they are most comfortable communicating? And start talking about the issues via that method of communication. You know, for me, my rule was, you've got to sit down, you've got to be face to face, and you've got to have a great big in-depth conversation. No chance. My partner was not going to do that with me. So this is a highly valuable skill that you will use everywhere, not just in your marriage. The ability to understand how someone communicates and then flex your communication style to fit theirs is a hugely valuable skill. You will use it in your business, you will use it in your friendships, your parenting, you'll use it with your wider family. So if you can crack it here in your marriage, this is the toughest place, everywhere else will be a breeze. So it's well worth getting curious, getting creative. It will create so much success for you. I'm now able to talk about issues in my marriage with ease, and I've now used this skill everywhere to create a lot of success in my life. So if you would like to learn how to do this, I can help you. Send me a message right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can email me at naomi@plumocoaching.com. My email address is in the description. So send me a message right now to book a free 1-hour consult call with me, where I will apply this concept and many others to your particular set of circumstances to give you a really clear idea of how relationship coaching works. We'll take a look at where you are now in this relationship, where you want to be in the relationship, and how coaching with me will bridge the gap between the two.